So the Philadelphia Eagles lost. I'm not here to make any excuses. I'm not here to say it was this person's fault, that person's fault. There was a lot of reasons why the Philadelphia Eagles lost. But it's not the end of the world. I know that a lot of people have been waiting for us to lose, and they're enjoying this. So let them enjoy it. Washington won their Super Bowl. I'm happy for them. And Cowboy fans are they're just sad. So let's talk about this loss.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So today we're going to talk about a loss, y'all. We're going to talk about an L. The Eagles are not going to go undefeated this year. I don't think anybody really, we all knew that it was a possibility, right? But I don't think anybody realistically thought it was going to happen. There was a lot of games left, a lot of football left. Washington, probably not the team you want to lose to, but it is what it is. We lost to Washington. You know, they came out, and I'm going to be honest with you. Before we get into that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We are on the road to 4K, man. We would love for you guys to join that ride. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Look, Ron Riverboat went out there and coached himself a game, man. I said it in the beginning, you know, in the first half when we were down, first time we were ever down this whole season, and you just saw Ron Rivera and this Washington team just doing things that they don't normally do, right? You know, and obviously they stuck to the run game, which was a big part of their success, and they were just able to keep our offense off of the field. At the end of the day, there was a lot of mistakes on the offensive side, right? You look at the 3 turnovers, that's just unlike us, right? The interception that Jalen Hurts threw, unlike him, not what we're used to seeing from him, obviously. And then the fumble from Quez Watkins kind of just ended the game for us. But defensively, they just were non-existent most of that game. And I will say this, we didn't give up anything too big. We gave up that one big play. Outside of that, we didn't give up anything too big to these guys, but we just let them drive down the field. We let them methodically move down the field, and you can't do that. You can't let any team do that. Shout out to Taylor Heineke. Shout out to that whole Commanders offense, man. They went out there and they played themselves a game. Like, we can't really, as Eagles fans, be upset. We know we're going to get the best of every single team moving forward. We saw that. Look, I'm a little bit worried about this defense. I'm a little bit worried mostly about this defensive line. If we can't figure something out to stop this run game while Jordan Davis is out, it's going to be a long next couple of weeks. I know we have the Colts on the schedule. We have, you know, obviously the Derrick Henrys on the schedule, because that's really all they do. I don't know how you expect. Jonathan Taylor looks like he's coming back. It looks like, you know, the changing coach may be what he needed to spark his offense going a little bit. And then you look at Derrick Henry. He is Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's been going crazy. You look at the Giants even. The Giants have a very good run game. That's how they've been winning a lot of games. I get a little bit nervous that this is going to be the tail of the tape. We knew no team is perfect in the NFL. The way that you beat the Eagles is by keeping their offense off the field and by methodically moving down the field. And the Washington Commanders did just that. It sounds easier than it actually is. The Eagles have not let a lot of teams do that. We got off the field on third down a lot. We allowed the Commanders to have short, I think the longest third down that they had was like 3rd and 13. We allowed them to consistently have 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 1s, a lot of 3rd and 1s. You have to improve upon that. I don't want to sit here and say I really don't feel like it's, you know, oh, we all got to worry, you know, bury down the hatches. Like, we got to, you know, figure out what the heck's going on and everything's going wrong. I don't believe that. I do believe that this, like I said, the Washington went out there and played a game of their life. I don't even think it really turns their season around. It's a nice win for them. It was bound to happen. I really just feel like all the things that could go wrong went wrong in this game, and we still almost won the game. Like, realistically, all these mistakes that we had, if we would have been able to get that ball back when Brandon Graham, unfortunately, you know, late hit, which it was a late hit. That is by rule what it is, right? I get that, but I think that was such a whack call. I really do. I mean, I think it's so weird that he just gave himself up in the middle of the play anyways. Like, there has to be some type of, like, from the referee standpoint, there has to be some type of just common sense. Like, Brandon Graham was trying to stop. You can't just stop your body in the middle of the air. Like, it's just the work. I don't know. I just didn't think it was the best of calls. I get that is the rule. It is what it is. You look at the Chauncey Gardner call. That was a terrible late hit call. You look at the no call with the face mask mask. That could have changed the game. There was so many spots where the Eagles got screwed, but at the same time there was so many spots where the Eagles screwed themselves. So there's no way you can sit here and really just pinpoint one thing and say this is why we lost the game. It was 4 quarters of us making mistakes, of us playing outside of who we really are. And look, the Eagles, I believe going into the second half, we ran the ball like 3 times. You know what this really makes me feel like? This makes, and I'm not comparing the teams, obviously, but you go back to 2017. You go back to that Chiefs loss, right? Well, you go back to how we played in that Chiefs game and the way that we called our offense. There was like no running in that game. We threw the ball like 40-something times. Like we were literally not running the ball. It felt like that. It felt like we went outside of who we are in this game to maybe try and prove a point, to maybe, I don't know what the reasoning is, but it does feel like we went outside of ourselves in this game. So look, just get back to who you are, Eagles. Eagles need to just take this week. It is what it is. You lost. I love the reaction from everybody, all the players so far. You see A.J. Brown saying, hey, it is what it is, on to the next one. You see, Jalen Hurts basically saying this is what the team needed, which I won't say we needed a loss, but we definitely needed to get punched in the mouth. We definitely needed to be woken up a little bit. I feel like the past couple weeks we've been seeing this team kind of just sleepwalk through games, and you can't do that. You have to go out there and you have to play every single game like it's a playoff game. At the end of the day, like I said, you're going to get the best out of every team that we go against. So look, I'm upset that the Eagles lost, but it's not the end of the world. I really, truly do feel like we can figure this out. Do I feel, just to answer the question, right, do I feel like this defense was exposed? A bit. I do feel like a bit this defense was exposed. If you have a good running game, you can move the ball on us, man. And I think that's what showed. Not having Avonte Maddox obviously hurt a little bit, but it didn't really affect the run game. I really do feel like it's just Javon Hargrave has to be better in run defense. Fletcher Cox has to be way better in run defense. We just got to be better. We just got to be better. There's really no excuses. There's really no, easy fix. It's you got to go into practice and you got to self-scout and see what the heck you can do to be a better team. This was not what the Eagles are. This is not what the Eagles are going to be. This was the Eagles finding out that they are not immortal. The Eagles realizing at any time things can go wrong, right? At any time, things can go wrong for your team. So you got to go out there and just be who you are, man. I feel like the Eagles just went outside themselves. I really don't have like a great analysis. Like once I get the all 22, I'm probably still gonna sit here and say that's just not what we do. That's not who we are. Why did we do that? So I'm not afraid moving forward. If anything, I'm a little bit excited because I feel like everything went wrong, right? 3 turnovers, a bunch of bad calls from the refs, bunch of bad decisions from this offense, a bunch of bad plays from this defense, and we still were in this game. Obviously, we lost by more than a touchdown, but at the end of the game, we were only down 6. If we would have got that ball back, we theoretically could have driven down the field. We theoretically could have won that game. So I'm not too concerned. I think that this is, and I don't want to say that this is what they needed, but I think that this will help the Philadelphia Eagles. I think moving forward, the Philadelphia Eagles will love, I say this on my Twitter. Okay, this is the best way to kind of put a bow on it. And then I do want to talk about one more thing before we get out of here. Life is 90% what happens to, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% what you do about it. So we saw the 10% of what happened to us. We lost the game. Now we got to face that 90% of what are we going to do about it. So that's all that matters to me is the next game. Now, I do want to talk about these Dallas Cowboys, man. I in the comments, let me know. Like, give me a quick refresher. Did we play the Cowboys or did we play the Washington football team? Because, or Washington Commanders, whatever the heck they are. Who did we play? Because the way that Cowboy fans are talking, you would swear that they beat us this week. You would swear that they won their game. Dallas Cowboys got exposed. The Dallas Cowboys had a nice little lead, gave that up to a very heavily struggling team in the Green Bay Packers. I am not worried about the Cowboys. Let them enjoy this. Let them enjoy this. They celebrate in other teams' wins. That should show you how sad and how poverty of a franchise they have. But that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to give them 30 seconds of it. Like Jay-Z says, the rest of y'all dudes, y'all get half a bar. F y'all dudes, you know what I'm saying? Fly Eagles fly. We gonna be fine. We gonna win a bunch of games towards the end of this year. I said 14-3. So, you know, hey, we're still on track. I ain't worried about it. If you're worried about it, let me know in the comments. What did you feel was the biggest part of this game, biggest part of this loss? How do you feel? Talk to me in these comments. Let's have this conversation. I'm going to try and go live later. I messed my back up, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand here or sit here for an hour, but I'm going to try and go live later. But yeah, let me know what y'all thinking in the comments. Other than that, y'all know what it is. It's Fly Eagles Fly. And the Cowboys are sad. Peace.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Fly Eagles flying on the team touchdown.